Thanks, everyone. So I'm Daniel Welsh. I'm going to talk to you briefly now about what it's like to work at BA and work in our OR department. So to start off, I just talk a bit about myself. So I'm a senior OR consultant within the OR team. So I joined back in October 2008 now, so it's been 8 years since I joined. And before that, I did the Morse course at Warwick. So that's the 4-year undergrad. So I did an extra year so I can put an M in front of my title. So out of curiosity, is anyone here from Warwick? Or from, yeah, excellent. Or from doing Morse courses? I think there's a few other ones, aren't there, around? But yeah, so we take quite a lot of people from those kind of backgrounds. And then during my time at BA, I've worked in quite a lot of different teams, mainly in the planning and commercial teams, supporting firstly our network planning areas, then fleet planning, then loyalty, and then recently customer relations. And then I've gone full circle. I'm kind of doing more fleet planning now. So I've done a range of stuff. And throughout this, what I'm going to do is start off with a bit of a talk around BA, around the OR department, how we're structured, the kind of work we do, the areas we support, and then just a general kind of summary of my experiences. So, start off with a bit of an introduction about BA. So we have been around in one form or another for over 90 years. So that's one of the, that one on the left there is an old poster. So it shows that it used to take 10.5 days to fly down to Australia. So thankfully that doesn't take that long now. So yeah, BA itself is part of International Airlines Group. So that's, we are in a company with airlines like Iberia, recently Aer Lingus have joined. So we're part of a bigger airlines group, and that itself is part of an alliance called the One World Alliance, with various other airlines throughout the world. And to give you an idea of the scale of what we do, we carry over 40 million passengers a year, going to about 175 destinations in 70 countries, and have almost 300 aircraft. So yeah, very big operation. And one of the major achievements recently has been that we've won UK Consumer Super Brand 3 years in a row, and have recently also won Business Super Brand. So, a little bit about where OR fits into all of this. So, the OR department itself is about 30 to 40 people. We're an internal consultancy team, so we sit within BA and we support all across the business. So when they've got a problem, if they've got an analytical problem or a decision, they come to us, we give them support, help make the decision. So all the way through from structuring the problem to giving final recommendations, influencing the decision. And what's really good is we're very well respected in the company. Senior managers listen to us, they take our, we can challenge them, we can influence their decisions. The kind of 3 pillars that we kind of market ourselves on are the complex data analysis that we do, the problem structuring, and then the business modeling as well. And we're split into 4 teams. So we've got the end-to-end team, which is same as one of the areas I've worked in, which is all around the planning and alliances side of things. We've got the commercial side of things, which is also another team I worked in, which is sales, marketing, product, customer experience, all that kind of stuff. You've got what's called yield, which is all the pricing, so revenue management, how to price things, how much to overbook by, that kind of stuff, and then the operations, which is all the stuff that happens at the airport, so baggage, passenger flows, engineering, all that kind of stuff. So there's a big range of stuff, and generally what happens is you're assigned one of those teams. So when you join as a grad, you're put into one of those teams, working on projects across that team, and then after about 2 years in BA, you'll be moved to a different team. So I'll go into a bit more detail about what we do in a second. In terms of the forecasting's gone across 2 lines there, but yeah, here's a bit of a taster of the kind of techniques that we follow. or the kind of work that we do. So you've got, if you start from the top, we've got kind of data mining, machine learning. So that's something we've recently started to develop. So data mining is stuff like developing an algorithm to work out whether someone's flying for business or leisure based on all the data that we can gather about them. Machine learning, someone's recently developed an algorithm which kind of works out whether an executive club account is fraudulent or not. So that's one of our frequent flyer accounts, whether they're fraudulently gathering points, so we can automatically shut them down. So yeah, there's a whole range of stuff there. You've got kind of forecasting, optimization, simulation, maybe some of the more traditional approaches. So for example, optimization, all around working out, could be around pricing, what's the best way to price something, simulation around passenger flows through the airport, that kind of thing. Statistical analysis, we're doing quite a lot. Sometimes it's around kind of econometric modelling, looking at marketing effectiveness, that kind of thing. And then text analytics is something also we've recently started looking at, which is stuff like the complaints, so trying to categorise complaints automatically to help be more quicker around processing complaints and also straight away kind of addressing the customer needs. So that gives you a bit of a taster on what we've worked on. There's also stuff like data visualization that we're developing. So a lot of people have started using Tableau to build up dashboards and that kind of thing. So it's a kind of a range of stuff. The idea is we're not just doing technical things, we're doing kind of softer problem structuring, all that kind of stuff as well. So try to use a range of techniques. And a part of this is also now trialing new or different software. So we've recently joined trying out R, which I think some of you guys use as a kind of open source software. So trying to use all of that, Hadoop, all of that kind of stuff. The big data is obviously the buzzword and all that kind of thing. So if we move on to the kind of areas we support, what we've got here is a boarding pass that has got all the different areas really that OR support. So if we click through, hopefully, yeah. So I just go around this and very briefly summarise some of the stuff we do. So and the decisions we support. So alliances, kind of questions might be who is joining the One World Alliance? Should they be, what's the benefit of an airline joining the alliance? Customer proposition, so this is around stuff like lounges. So should we expand the capacity in Amsterdam lounge, for example? Strategy, so that could be something like what's the optimal mix between short haul and long haul flying. Building up models to show that. Revenue management, stuff I've already talked about, so stuff like what's the best way to price, how many seats should we put at each different price, how much should we overbook flights by. Ground operations, this could be all around manpower planning, how many people we need, if we change procedures, how many people will we need for certain things. Similar thing with baggage, if we change procedures, how's that going to impact missed bags, all that kind of stuff. BA.com, don't do as much with that recently, but it's all around understanding customer behaviour, how many people that look on our website go ahead and book flights, that kind of thing, understanding passenger flows through the website. In-flight customer experience, so there's quite a lot of this that's been going on at the moment. You may have seen we recently introduced buy on board on short haul, so this is where M&S are going to come in, but you're able to buy sandwiches and drinks and so on short haul, so we did an awful lot of modelling on that, what impact that would have, what benefits that could bring. Scheduling, so this could be around cancellations. So sometimes we do tactical cancellations, like if a flight is particularly quiet, or if we're running short on aircraft, for example, which flight should we cancel? Trying to build up a methodology for that. Network planning, big area of support, around where do we fly, how often we fly there, what plane should we fly, what are the models that we should use to do that. Loyalty, so this is an area I've supported. So this is around, if we change our loyalty scheme, what impact that's going to have on customers, what benefits. If we change the benefits, how's that going to impact satisfaction, all that kind of thing, which kind of flows into brand, which is we built up models that say if you change, if satisfaction changes by 1%, what's that going to mean for revenue? So trying to link satisfaction to revenue and what drives satisfaction, building up drivers models to say what's important to customers and that kind of thing. So it helps to decide where we should invest our money. So I will finish off with a bit of a summary of my time at BA. So like I say, I've been here for 8 years now. So to start with, had a lot of induction. So now there's like a corporate induction that you would do. Then you come into BA, we give you lots of training, all that kind of thing. So you get a buddy, so someone that's a recent grad you can talk to regularly to understand, just to share experiences, that kind of thing. And yeah, throughout the induction, you get a lot of training on both the soft and hard skills, so about how we work with projects, how do we use various software, all that kind of thing. So you get a lot of support, but yeah, with the training, but you get straight into projects as well. So as soon as you join, you get given a project, you're working straight away, influencing decisions, working with clients to get solutions. In terms of the big stuff that I've worked on over the years, one of them has been the fleet purchase, so that's around which long-haul planes do we buy. We've got a massive spreadsheet model, massive optimization that does that. So influencing the decisions, it's billions and billions of pounds, so it's really important to get that decision right. I then moved to kind of portfolio manage the loyalty area, so working on a lot of executive club things. So like I was saying, change the proposition, how's that going to impact customers, how's that going to impact costs, all that kind of thing. Another project I've recently worked on is EU compensation, so using all the data from our data warehouses to build up an algorithm which automatically says, if someone comes in and says, I'm eligible for EU compensation because I was delayed, this queries everything, tries to work out whether we should pay out or not and how much we should pay. In terms of technical skills and software, the big two really, SQL SAS in terms of extracting and manipulating data, and then good old Excel for building models and all that kind of thing. So there's also, like I say, lots of other software that some people use. It really depends on the job that you do. More recently, I've had the opportunity to do people manage a placement student for a year. So that gave me really good experience of that. I did a short secondment in the strategy team as well. So there's always lots of opportunities. Like they're very good at looking for ways to kind of grow and expand skill sets, and secondment's a good way to do that. And then finally, I think, there we go. Yep, so BA itself, the AR department's a really good place to work, very sociable. We always have a group of grads come in every year, do a monthly OR games where the 4 teams compete against each other. We went climbing most recently. It's that kind of thing. So there's always stuff going on socially, and a big advantage of BA is the staff travel. So after 6 months at BA, you get very cheap flights, standby flights everywhere, pretty much 250 quid gets you anywhere and back on the BA network. So it's really good for getting cheap holidays, getting around the world. And then finally the team, so that's a recent bake-off event that we did. It's a really nice, supportive team. We do lots of fun stuff. So yeah, that's a brief summary of my experiences. So to finalise, a bit about the grad scheme itself. So OR is one of several grad schemes that we're running this year. But the OR scheme itself is now open. It opened a couple of weeks ago. It's open to the 31st of January. So we've taken applications now, but there's no advantage to applying early. It's not a first come, first serve, just kind of encouraging people to apply when they're ready. We'll review everyone at that point. Then there'll be phone interviews, face-to-face interviews and so on in February. We're also running a placement scheme this year, which is, I think, open to the 19th of January. Let me just check. Yeah, sorry, 19th of December. No, sorry, there's an analyst scheme that's open 19th of December. The placement in OR is open till the 7th, so that is a 11-month placement that we run within the OR department. And then, yeah, we also run a general analyst scheme, which is generally in the commercial side of the business, and that's open to the 19th of December. So, yeah, some other things. You have to have the right to live and work in the UK to apply to these schemes. And yeah, there's an awful lot of information on the website, which is linked to there. We also got flyers and stuff if you want to take them away. So yeah, that's a very quick run through everything. So do you have any questions?